What you just heard was the sound of a watch that was made in Germany in the 1920s. It's part of a set of timekeeping equipment that was used at sports and athletic events, and it's part of the collection of the National Museum of Science and Technology in Stockholm. This particular watch has probably not been working for about 50 years. It was given to us in the early 60s and was last used in the 1950s by the Swedish Motor Club at motor events. The watch face has the usual hour and minute pointers, but it also has a dial showing seconds. The third dial here shows how much the spring is wound up being wound up, down being run down, and it runs for 48 hours. I've opened the watch to show you the works inside. These were made by another company, Ulysse Nadin, and from the serial number we've been able to find out that the works themselves were made in 1922. You can see the balance wheel going backwards and forwards there. This actuates a straight lever escapement, and the pallets on the anchor are jeweled with rubies. On the axle that the escapement wheel goes round on, there is a second cog, and this in fact actuates a contact breaker. And the main purpose of this watch is not to keep time in terms of minutes and seconds, but in fact to send an electrical signal once a second to a central unit within the timekeeping system. And close the back, we can see Löbner's engraved signature here on the inner case, and the hallmarks, for the silver hallmarks on the outer case. Now, the watch itself is kept in this mahogany case. There are two contacts here in contact with the circuit breaker inside the watch. That one goes to ground and that one is insulated. They fit in small clips here, there and there, and those clips in turn are connected by these brass plates to two brass strips on the outside, and they go through the case to two sockets. To show you how this works, I brought along a multimeter, and if we just plug it in here, then we can see straight away that this is ticking at a rate of 1 pulse a second. Poor contact. There we go. Now, when this second impulse reaches the central timing unit, the timing unit itself is in the form of a printer. It's got a large reel of paper tape that goes through the unit at fairly high speed. Every time a second impulse comes from the watch, a line is printed on the tape. This is a copy of the printed result from a 100 meters race, and you can see here that we've got one line printed at 10 seconds, another line printed at 11 seconds, and then we've got results printed for the competitors on every track. In this case, the winner was on track number 5, and we can see here that he had a winning time of 10.38. And by using this particular method, Löbner was able to provide athletic results down to what will it be, 100th of a second. This was the first time that such accurate results could be produced. And this meant that Löbner's equipment was particularly important in the 20s and 30s, when the means of providing the second impulse was still clockwork.